Hello, Giants fans. Feel as welcome as you can to Giants Baseball 101, given the circumstances, because the Giants' bad performance has just long ceased to be funny. And I know I'm being facetious there, given that it was never funny to begin with, but the point can certainly be made that it just gets more exasperating every game that they drop, and now we have another one of those where they blew their lead, and this was a 4-0 lead over the Padres, and somehow they managed to blow that in the late innings, and that this is just the very type of stuff that's going to destroy the Giants' season if it can't be corrected. I mean, they got things going early. LaMonte Wade Jr., J.D. Davis, and Mitch Haniger all hit home runs for the Giants. And with the bats, Davis and Haniger have both been hitting for pretty high batting averages. With Wade, it's not so much his batting average as it is his eye at the plate, his ability to draw those walks, which probably includes a good two-strike approach and some fouling ability and just the ability to react quickly. So although he's hitting only .243, he still has a lot of ability to get on base, and obviously combined with that is his power at the plate, which he showed today, hitting the home run against the right-handed pitcher, Yu Darvish. So, Wade, Davis, and Haniger all went deep for the Giants. Alex Cobb went 5 innings, allowed 3 runs. It's just the kind of start where you're kind of in an awkward position to talk about it, because I'm really not going out there to say that it was a terrible start, but I'm not really praising him for it either. I'm not saying that it was anything really great. So it's one of those awkward positions where I can't really beat up on this bad start, but I'm sure that we all also have the sense that the rotation in general does need to be better than that. That wasn't ultimately what blew the game, though. In the 8th inning, Tyler Rogers came in and he allowed 2 runs, and that put the Padres smack ahead, 5-4. And then Camilo Doval came in and allowed another one. And it looks like, in that 7th inning, Scott Alexander finally got his stuff together and pitched a scoreless inning. For a manager to have the nerve to use a guy like that in a 1-run game after he's just had 2 bad days is really saying a lot. But Alexander pitched a scoreless inning, and then Tyler Rogers came in the 8th. He allowed the 2. And I am really disturbed by Rogers' recent history of blowing close games. And I don't know if you hear that and go, well, last year a lot of that was just the large amount of games he can come in with his, I guess you'd say, low arm stress delivery. He can be fresh for more games than the average relief pitcher, and you're just going to see in the statistics that even if proportionally he's doing great, you're probably going to see more bad games, and if you focus your attention there, you miss all of the good games. And I would definitely see that point. I think that's the thing you got to remember with those bullpen workhorses. But I still think that a lot of Rogers, a lot of his blown games have just come at the most inopportune times, and that's been the case last year. And I think this year, if I remember correctly, it's like the 2nd one for him. I could be wrong there. I'm just trying to think, but I could be wrong there, but it just seems that Rogers is just kind of can have a tough time in those situations sometimes, which really, even if his ERA is looking pretty good, I would tend not to read too much into that. So really this is contrasted with 2021, in which that year Rogers, he appeared in a lot of games. He was able to pitch out of jams for the Giants. He was just, that year, he really looked great. I think 22 was a bit of a downturn for him as far as that goes, and there were some real close ones that he blew, and here in 2023 he's got this inexplicable blown save at this bad time. So, and you could say the same thing with his brother Taylor Rogers. He's blown some games for the Giants in the bullpen too. So I don't know what they'd be thinking of doing at the trade deadline, but I'm not sure. I don't want what I say to get me in trouble with fans who love this guy and love his unique delivery and think that when he throws hitters off and all that, like you couldn't miss it. I don't want to get myself in trouble with any of you who feel that way, but I honestly think if we don't clearly see an improvement here with Rogers, then I'm not sure that the Giants really need to be committed necessarily to hanging on to him when the trade deadline rolls around and stuff. And if other teams express interest, and there maybe is a legitimate question about whether it might be in the best interest of the team to dump him if they can get something else for him, or at least try out something else. I'm not sure that the Giants need to be committed to retaining Tyler Rogers on their roster if he doesn't really get it all together and prove he can consistently pitch in these types of late inning situations. But I mean, it's true that he throws a lot of good pitches as well, and I think it's just going to be mainly a consistency issue for him. So overall, it was just a bad day for the Giants, and they've been swept now in the Mexico series, and they're really falling behind again. And this game, where they were ahead 4 runs, that was essentially a game that they just needed to win. I'm not sure how else to say it. I don't know how else I can put it. They needed to win this one, and really this fits in exactly to what I was talking about and what I specifically predicted would kill the Giants. If they have some talent and yet somebody messes up every single day, whoever it is, and it's a different player every time, whether it's that Logan Webb isn't his best, or the bullpen blew it, or one day the offense just somebody can't get their game together, and that's what I predicted would ruin the Giants, and it's what I still believe will if it's not corrected. So, in no uncertain terms, this is serious. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, please leave your questions and comments. You know where to do it. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.